Number 10. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Hinokami Kiputan. Recently released on the Switch this month, this is a must-buy for fans of one of the most popular anime in recent memory. It offers a single-player campaign that puts you in the shoes of series protagonist Tanjiro as he fights his way all through the Mugen train arc. Nintendo Life gave it a score of 8, saying, though combat can sometimes feel a bit shallow and the performance isn't always perfect, we'd still give this one a strong recommendation. Apart from its single-player story, there's also a fighting game, although it's not as complex as the other titles. Playing as familiar characters or pitting them against each other is gonna feel special. It receives a play score of a 7.99. Number 9. Pocky and Rocky Reshrined. A sequel to the popular scrolling shooter from the 80s. Reshrined is a return to form that's an improvement from Natsume's Pocky and Rocky Arcade Vault. Not only does it stick to its roots, it also introduces fresh mechanics that don't alter their classic flow. Despite its 16-bit visuals, the game is fitted with responsive controls and improved gameplay. Just this month, Pocky and Rocky just came out on the Switch, and it's definitely the ideal console for the returning gem. Reshrined introduces an all-new generation of players to a core game that's still just as worth playing today as it was 30 years ago. That's according to EGM Now's Molly Patterson, who gave it a perfect score.
There is a lot more to this than you realize.
Like what?
Kidnapping, murder, cover-ups. I think the whole Hackett family is in on it.
Number 8. The Quarry.
What's going on?
Supermassive Games' brand new interactive horror. The Quarry includes branching endings, quick time events, and impressive mocap of popular Hollywood actors. It's not all that scary, but for the scaredy cats, you might want to bring extra pants.
You mean 911? Who says 911?
Your choices matter here, and the story is based on your actions. We did a short gameplay stream on our Twitch channel. Check it out. If there were concerns, they were mostly due to performance issues that sometimes ruin the flow of the game. It receives the highest score on the PS5 with an 8.07, followed by PC and PS4 with 7.90 and 7.81 respectively. Number 7. Postal Brain Damaged. There seems to be no end for the Postal games. Brain Damaged is yet another mishmash of disgustingly fun and raunchy first-person shenanigans. Dubbed as Boomer Shooter, there is no point making sense of what's going on screen. If you're in for a good laugh, Brain Damaged welcomes you with a kick in the balls. Alongside the chaos it provides are a fair number of bugs and performance issues. PC Invasion's Andrew Farrell gave it a 7.5, saying that even with all the problems, this is still pretty much a must-play for anyone who likes these throwback shooters. A score of an 8.52. Number 6. Card Shark. Devolver Digital's game about deception. Card Shark is all about playing your cards right as a bartender in 18th century France. Master the ways of cunning while serving drinks and cocktails. Not something that's ever been done before. Hardcore Gamer gave it a score of 9. Stating Card Shark is one of the year's best orchestrations of gameplay and presentation in unison. He further added that it is a smart, but above all, brilliantly crafted journey of cunning and deception. There's a lot of tricks to learn, but mastering it is all a matter of practice. Learn the ways of these sociopathic aristocrats and stay in the game. A score of an 8.57. Number 5. Mothergunship Forge. A VR game where you take down an army of extraterrestrial threats using an insane supply of firepower. When you run out, just craft and transform weapons on the go. It also has roguelike elements that give you many ways to deal with each mission, depending on your skill or luck. With a score of 8.69 on PC, it's safe to say that Mothergunship is one of the great VR titles among the long list of VR games. Even Screen Rant seems to agree, giving it a score of 9, saying it is a must-have VR experience and demonstrates so much potential, both for the future of virtual reality game and for its own future. Number 4. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. The Turtles are back with one of the best beat-em-up developers out there. Dotemu's take on these pizza-munching snappers is one satisfying brawler. It retains the classic formula while adding a few modern twists to combat. For anyone who's been looking for a fun game to play with friends, offline or online, this game's selection of playable characters and the 6-player co-op mode is a godsend. Playing as the 4 turtles paired with Splinter, April, or even Casey is something everyone has been hoping for since its classic titles. With its fun side-scrolling combat, catchy tunes, and attention to detail, Shredder's Revenge definitely exceeded expectations. Its PC version receives a score of an 8.85. Number 3. AI The Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative. The sequel to the visual novel/adventure from Spike Chunsoft. Chunsoft fans should have this game on their radar. It mixes investigation gameplay with real-time puzzle-solving mechanics. Each case offers deeply personal themes, which you might not expect from its anime design. RPG Site gives it a score of 9, saying this sequel is full of heart, hilariously self-aware, and reflective on the style of writing that built the foundation that built the series. It is recommended you play the first part if you don't want to get overwhelmed by the sheer number of names and mechanics. If you don't, well, we warned you. It has a score of 8.89 on PC and 8.54 on the Switch.
Legends tell of a golden time in years past of great clashes, heroes, and triumphs.
Second to the last, Symphony of War, The Nephilim Saga. Another fresh IP that's not afraid to take inspiration from the classics. This SRPG might be familiar to anyone who played the old Fire Emblem games. The mechanics are similar, it's turn-based, and it's set in a medieval land with a simple story. COG Connected's Jaina Hill gave it a score of 9, praising its faithful recreation of GBA visuals. She also said that once you start noticing how elegantly all of Symphony of War systems interact, you'll never be able to go back. It receives a score of an 8.99.
We're called neons, sinners plucked from hell to do God's dirty work. But I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven.
And taking the top spot for the best game of June 2022 is Neon White. According to its creator, Neon White is a game for freaks. It's a first-person shooter where you clock in the fastest time to clear a level by discarding cards in exchange for abilities. It's fast and it's fluid, and it encourages players to climb the leaderboards even if they don't like speedrunning. Hardcore gamers Kyle LeClaire gave it a score of 9, calling it a Game of the Year contender. He further stated that it's a fascinating blend of genres, all mixed together to create a truly unique delight. It received higher than average scores from reviewers for its addictive and fast gameplay loop and Machine Girl's fantastic soundtrack. Fair warning though, there are some cheesily written dialogue and generic characters.
Me too. You're so lucky you don't have big boobs, White. They get it the worst.
If you can ignore, feel free to keep beating your own time. It receives a score of a 9.39.